Hello and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, March 19th, 2025, we're dissecting EURUSD, blending fundamental news with technical chart analysis. Recent headlines suggest a mixed bag. The Fed is hesitant on deep rate cuts due to lingering inflation, while trade tensions, particularly tariffs, add uncertainty. Let's see how these factors are reflected in the EURUSD charts. First, let's analyze the daily chart, giving us a broad overview of the EURUSD trend. We can observe the overall price action going back to late 2023. Notice the general trend here is slightly downward, but with peaks and valleys to be sure. Now, zooming in on the 1-hour chart for a more granular view, what do we see? We can see the more recent price action for the last day in much more detail. We're looking at a tight range currently. If we narrow the candle selection, can we see anything interesting? Filtering to candles within the past 24 hours, we can look at recent minor trends. There was a climb and a drop, which now seems to be oscillating around 1.092. This level may be a pivot point to watch and is potentially a good indicator of whether to go long or short. Comparing the 15-minute chart, we observe a choppy, sideways movement, indicating indecision in the very short term. There isn't much discernible signal right now, although there are some small trends. It's important to consider if the news will affect this range. On the daily chart, a key level to monitor is 1.083, which acted as support previously. A break below this could signal further downside, potentially testing levels around 1.07 or even lower, as suggested by some analysts. Alternatively, resistance sits around 1.095, the year-to-date high. A convincing break above could pave the way for a test of 1.10. If the progress in Russia and Ukraine peace talks are positive, that could reinforce a long position. Conversely, tariffs could increase inflation, leading the Fed to raise rates more aggressively and threaten economic momentum. This could reinforce a short position. To recap, keep a close watch on 1.083 and 1.095. A breakdown of the former could lead to a bearish trend, possibly testing 1.07. A break above the latter could signal a bullish move towards 1.10. In the short term, watch the immediate support and resistance forming around the 1.092 level. The likelihood of these levels being broken depend on several factors. As Powell said, uncertainty is unusually elevated, so we need to continue to keep an eye on the data and be careful trading this pair. Remember to factor in news events related to trade and central bank policies. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts.